Xin Chao, what's up everybody? Alright, so today, on the video today, we're going to talk about the virus in Saigon, the update of the virus in Saigon. We're going to talk about are tourist visa people really being kicked out? Are there thousands of tourists on a mass exodus at the end of the month? You'll have to watch the whole video to find out. We're also going to talk about the Thailand situation and them opening in July. We're going to talk about the expert visa situation as well. We're going to talk about kind of a lot of different things in this video. It should be very interesting. I'm with my good friend over here, Reporter Bear. He's got his mask on, he's staying safe, and he's got his cool hat on to be a cool guy. So before we get into the video, as we know from a lot of the previous videos, I've started a new channel. It is the Fat and Broke IRL channel. And in that channel, I will be taking two phones out with me. I will be live streaming off one and then commenting and the rest on the other. The reason for this channel, and I'm trying to stop saying so I'm consciously, I've reshot this video 3 times. I already said once, but we're going to try to keep it not. But that channel needs to get to 1,000 subs for me to be able to take a cell phone out and go and IRL stream. And if you've watched me on Twitch before I lost my Twitch, I IRL streamed all the time for long lengths and did pretty wacky, goofy, crazy stuff on there. So that's what we're trying to get to. Eventually, in the next few days, we're going to stream a lot off that channel here in this setup that you see here now. So I've created this new home setup to make videos like this and for the streaming. So it would be greatly appreciated if you go over to that channel and subscribe to it. The link is in the description. If you already have, you're a rock star. I thank you so much. And if you haven't, please do. Also, after you watch this video, and if you liked the content and found it to be informative for you, smash that like button. Or if you just liked it. And if you didn't like it, there's a dislike button that you can smash as well. There's also a comment section if you would like to comment on a video. You may comment. There's also the all-important subscribe button. And I would greatly appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button if you haven't. You can see hundreds and hundreds of videos of me in Vietnam, around Saigon, different places in Vietnam, in Hong Kong, and then once this pandemic's over and I'm able to travel, you will see me going all over the world, Asia at first, and then Europe, all over, India, different places. We might even go to Antarctica. We're literally going to take the content everywhere once we can, guys. And for everyone that's already done all these things, you guys are truly rock stars. So first, let's now get into the video. So Saigon has been recording a steady 10 to 40 cases a day, pretty much daily, non-stop. There is a slight problem with this though. A lot of the cases to begin with could be all 99.9% contact traced to mainly the Christian group. Now what's happening is around 90% can be contact traced. The other 10% per day, they have no idea where they caught it from. So that is a worrying situation for us here in Saigon. I think we're going to see a lockdown here for at least another 30, 60 days. It's not good. I'm not happy about it, as I'm sure no one really in Saigon is. As far as being able to go out and shoot content, I can still go do that. I can still go walk around. There's no mandatory stay at home in Saigon. There's a heavy suggestion of it, but the way I shoot my walking vlogs, I'm not even within 15 feet of a person. So yeah, we're going to see more walking vlogs. We're going to see more vlogs like this, which I hope you guys enjoy this new format. Please let me know in the comment section if you do enjoy this new format. So let's divulge into like some legit numbers right out of the gate. So today in Saigon alone, we reported 61 new cases for a total of 562. A lot of these cases can be traced to the Christian church group. Do I have any ill feelings toward the Christian group? Not at all. You know, we all make mistakes. We're not perfect. You know, when they were essentially doing these meetings in the alley in Govap, we were on a very light recommendation of what to do and what not to do. I don't blame them for the spread of the virus in the city right now. Although it largely is related to them, I'm not like, gotta get them Christians like this. You know, we've all made mistakes in our lives. Let's just try to be adults about it, essentially. So the other cool thing that Saigonese have been doing to help Saigonese, so like in poor neighborhoods, they're setting up these dongless shops, essentially. So what's happening is the citizens are donating feminine products, food, different kinds of things needed in a day-to-day life for the lower class, poorer people here. And they're setting up these free shops where you just come and take what you need and then you go. They're also making meals and delivering them and having them come for pickup. It's very... When Vietnam's in a bad place, people tend to help out. It's really a cool thing to see. You don't see that too much in Western society anymore. It's kind of every man for himself. At least in California and LA, from where I was at, it was always kind of like every man for himself. When I was first in LA, it was a bit different, but towards the end, it was definitely who can screw over who to make things better was the type of game that was played there. I'm sure if you're from LA, you understand what I'm saying. The other things I want to talk about in the virus news is the vaccine. Now, this is a big talk. Like, there's quite a few YouTubers making some kind of shit videos that are like, Vietnam should have had this vaccine locked down ages ago. They should have had this all handled. Well, Vietnam was one of the first countries to start making their own at-home, vaccine. And it goes into human trials next month, the leading one. And if that goes well after a month, then that goes into production. So there's going to be a lot of those vaccines, hopefully, that work and get made and get people vaccinated. The other thing you have to realize is that supply and demand. This is basic economics that you learned in high school. There is a low supply of the vaccine and there is a high demand for it worldwide. So, and there's countries that are hit far more harder than Vietnam is for the virus. You've got India, which has just got staggering statistics. They need all the help they can get, all the viruses from all the different companies they can get. They need them. Vietnam is not in that situation of dire need of it. There isn't hundreds of people dying every day from this thing. There's a person that dies every 3 or 4 days from this thing, comparative to hundreds in India. And the same in Latin America. These countries have priority over these vaccines than we do. Yeah, Vietnam has started a fund from the people to buy vaccines at their profit prices from these companies. And I think we've raised... How much have we raised? Can you check how much we raised in the vaccine fund? I think it's 84 million already. Somewhere, it's some ridiculously high number that all of us that live here are.
Everyone send money now.
Everyone's sending money to it. We donated money to it immediately on the first day. We want to see the vaccine here. You can't just beat up on Vietnam and be like, you guys should have had it already.
Right now, 14 hours ago. 3.5 billion.
No, it's more than that. I read it was in the millions of USD. 3.5 billion is only.
3.5 is one company. Okay.
Yeah, it's in the millions of USD already. I think it's 14 to 34 or maybe even 64. It's some real high number. But people are donating. People want to get the vaccine here. We're doing everything we can. They're talking about the Johnson and
6,000 billion.
So whatever. So convert that then.
Okay.
She can only because she's looking on Viet stuff. But they're trying to get the vaccine. They're trying to get any one of them. Any day you pop up in the news, you see we've gotten 1 million here, we've bought 1 million here, we've got 2 million here, we've got 3 million here. There's talks that they're trying to vaccinate all of Saigon, which is around 12 million vaccines. In my opinion, I'm not an expert. Please research this stuff on your own. I'm not saying I'm the gospel of knowledge in Vietnam. These are all things you need to check on your own. But I think the Johnson & Johnson would be a quick way to vaccinate a lot of people. It's one stab. And if you don't know a lot about the actual science behind the vaccines, the Johnson & Johnson is essentially the first shot of the AstraZeneca, minus the second shot. And what's in the second shot, I don't know, but it makes the AstraZeneca that much better of a vaccine. But just getting that 65 to, it's written 65 to 80% working, I think is a lot better than 0% working and having less than 1% of the population vaccinated right now. So whatever we can do to get whatever vaccine. The only one I don't want to take personally is the Sputnik or the China.
257 million
USD.
USD.
257 million USD is now raised from the people that live here in Vietnam to buy the vaccine. So we're now having the capability to throw money at it, like America and Europe and a lot of these first top tier countries did. That wasn't really an option for us at first. And still, we're low on the you're going to get it list because they've already said, all these vaccine places have already said June and July is going to be the toughest month to go ahead and try to procure it for any one said country unless they have direct priority from a huge outbreak, which many other places do besides Vietnam. Like I said, there's not people dropping dead every second in the streets here. So that priority just isn't there. Now, we've talked about this topic here. We've talked about the rising number here. We've talked about the news kind of locally here. The next thing I want to talk about that I think is pretty important is, are there thousands of tourist people being asked to leave the country? Are they have to go? Now, here's a big thing a lot of YouTubers skip over. There's two types of tourist visas. One, two. There's literally two right now. So there's a tourist visa where you've got like your 1 year. Say you're an American, you've got your 1 year visa, tourist visa, and you've been here past it, and you've been extending every 90 days for who knows how long, couple years. I've met a guy that's had one for 6 years where he's just kept extending it every 90 days. But that particular style of visa is, I know a lot of people that got the XC on their stamp on that one, that they got asked to leave after this last 30 days. That's it. They're not getting another renewal. They've got to go after this particular renewal. And they're all for 30 days. I haven't seen anyone get a 90-day stamp again. That's renewing right now. Now, the second type of tourist visa that's here is the humanitarian one, where they came during March or after March with a tourist visa. That automatically gets extended from the government every 30 days. This latest round is extended to the end of the month. I don't know of one person that's got the XC or asked to leave on that particular visa. So I think they're doing that as a look good type thing to the world, that, hey, we're helping out these stranded tourists here that might not be able to afford to get home, yada, 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 if you get what I'm saying. So that one seems to be okay. That one just keeps getting auto-renewed every 30 days. Now, a lot of the people that were on the one that I just talked about before that, where they were been here for years on that, they're getting asked to go. I know quite a few people that have to go. There's quite a few YouTubers that are going, and a lot of them are going to Bali, and they're going to Bali because you don't have to be fully vaccinated. Unlike Thailand, where Thailand's going to open their, they're going to open up their sandbox thing in Phuket, which is an island there, big tourist island, like super big tourist hotspot island. They're going to open that on July 1st, but only to people that are fully vaccinated, that have both shots, and you have to do a 14-day quarantine. Then you can travel around Thailand. Again, research this all on your own. Bali does not require that type of restriction. They just need you to have a 2-week quarantine when you get there. Again, figuring out that visa stuff, you need to research that all on your own. Don't ever trust a YouTuber that tells you information. You need to research everything on your own. Never just believe what someone's telling you. That should be a lesson that you've learned in life. Maybe you're younger and you haven't learned that one yet, but yeah, you need to always research things for yourself. Another reason why I think a lot of these tourist visas, the ones that are longer than a year that aren't the humanitarian, are getting asked to leave, is because they think they're using a reputable visa agent. Now, you have to understand, a lot of these reputable visa agents were not reputable visa agents. They were a part of this huge scheme to get experts over here during this virus period, and they created a shill company, or had companies that they had owned, and would sign you on to say that you were working for them, when in fact many of the expert visas that came over, not all but many, had no plans to work at all. You know, they had a sponsorship of 90 days with that said business that the visa lady or visa guy created for you, and then they had to figure out their own route for staying. So that those people are getting denied. If you're going to them and being like, I need to get my shit extended, they're not going to extend it. The government knows who's done it. That's why they've arrested people in Da Nang about it. So that's why you'll see a lot of denials in that area. So are people getting asked to leave in mass exodus numbers? Yes. Was it potentially their fault? Yes. Do I think they should be asked to leave? No. That's been a situation that's been going on here for 10 plus years. It's been business as usual. People have been renewing that forever. Sure, were you a little naive and maybe should have figured out a different route and done it legally at some other point? Probably. But at the same hand, they allowed it for so long of time that, yeah, it's understandable. And we all make mistakes in life. So do I think you should have found a better long-term way instead of spending $350 to $400 every 90 days to stay here? Sure. 100%. Yeah, I'm not gonna not say that. Yeah, I think you should have probably already managed a legal way to do it. And the legal way is to pay taxes. Everyone tries to avoid paying taxes if they even do kind of a slightly real one. Like the big investor visa thing is that, you know, they'll assign you to a company and it'll file for a loss every year and you don't have to pay any taxes, but you're still on the board, which is all bullshit. You should do it legit. Now, any people with the business visa that just got it, like, you know, or the investor visa and the TRC that lasts 2 years that just got it within like 6 months to a year, you're fine. They're not going to go back and check that. But people that are expiring now and trying to renewing, they're like, no. They're like, we're checking all your paperwork. We're checking your stuff. It ain't happening. So that's where the difference in that comes in as well. As far as expert visas coming in, I've talked about this before. You have to be all legit now. You have to be working for a business. If you're a teacher, you have to have an actual college degree. You have to have a TEFL certificate. Don't let anyone else tell you anyways. The whole, you just need a TEFL certificate shit, that has sailed the ocean blue. They check your college degree. They actually call the college, check it. If you're coming in for a business where you're a skilled expert worker, they check to see if you have a college degree in that field. And they interview about that company you're working for and what your position is going to be. They are not playing around with the expert visa shit anymore. It better be on the real deal, up and up, or it ain't happening. That's as simple as that. As far as things opening up, Da Nang has opened up, which is great to hear. It's soft opened up. Restaurants are open again. You can go to the beach again. You've got to socially distance. Hoi An's open again. And a couple other of the beach towns and cities that are popular tourist places are also open. It seems to be if you go 14 to 21 days without one infection, you will get the pass to kind of open up again. Now, right now, as us Saigonese, we're shunned to go anywhere. If we go to pretty much any other city, they want us to do a 14 to 21 day quarantine. So for Saigonese to go travel around right now, it's not looking too hot. I think it's going to be a month or two till we see it cool down for many weeks. We're kind of stuck in Saigon, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not mad about it. I'm able to rotate my content into other things. So as we see now, I hope you guys like the new setup. I hope you guys like the news. I think we covered everything. Let me just check to see if there's anything else. Of course, rent is at an all-time low again. High-end apartments are having a problem renting again, such as the one I'm in myself. The rents have dropped, and they're just not renting as aggressively. A lot of people that were working these kind of jobs that have been closed for a month now have gone back to where they live. You got to understand, a lot of people in Saigon aren't Saigonese. They're from different parts. They're from Mekong. They're from little towns, and they can go back home and they can live for free in their family home, and that's not a big deal. It's not like America where like you're defeated and you're a loser if you go back and live at home when you're like 30. Here, that's just normal. Like whole generations of families live in households forever here. That's just kind of the way that they do things. So it's not a big deal for you to cut bait and go home in Vietnam. So you've seen a lot of that. So like rents are, there's a lot of volume and the price isn't as high. So I think we've covered everything I've wanted to talk about today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I appreciate all you guys that watch the videos, comment, that have subscribed, that support me on Patreon, that support me on PayPal, that are cool in the Discord. We have a very cool Discord channel where there's a lot of us in there talking. If you feel like you need to talk and to a lot of us that kind of think the like-minded, go ahead and join the Discord. The link is also in the description for that. We have a good time in the Discord. It's just kind of a chat program. It's pretty fun. We talk about cryptocurrency, all kinds of stuff. Hold. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Stay frosty. See you on the next one. Peace out.